Hello mate, welcome to Technomate. Is this the next Earth? Exploring Kepler 452b in the habitable zone. Welcome back, space enthusiasts. I'm Chandrasourian Darson. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting discoveries in the search for alien worlds, Kepler 452b. Thanks to data from NASA's Kepler mission, scientists have confirmed a near-Earth-sized planet orbiting in the habitable zone of a Sun-like star. This is huge because the habitable zone, also called the Goldilocks zone, is the sweet spot around a star where temperatures are just right for one very important thing: liquid water. And where there's water, well, maybe there's a chance for life. What is Kepler 452b? Alright, let's get into the details. Kepler 452b is a planet that's been dubbed Earth's bigger, older cousin. Located over 1,400 light-years away in the constellation Cygnus, it's about 60% larger than Earth. And interestingly, a year on Kepler 452b lasts 385 days, just a bit longer than our year on Earth. Now, don't get too excited. Kepler 452b is just one possible appearance based on our best guesses. In fact, we don't know if Kepler 452b has oceans or continents like Earth, but it's in that habitable zone that gives us a glimmer of hope. Scientists used Kepler's data to measure the slight dimming of its star's light, indicating the presence of a planet passing in front of it. This technique, known as the transit method, gives us a sense of the planet's size and orbit, which tells us it's the right distance from its star for temperatures that could support water in liquid form. Comparing Kepler 452b and Earth. Let's break down the similarities and differences between Earth and Kepler 452b. First, they're both orbiting G2-type stars. That's right, just like our Sun. This means Kepler 452b receives a similar type of light, making it easier to imagine the planet as Earth-like. But here's where it gets interesting. Kepler 452b's star is about 1.5 billion years older than our Sun, clocking in at around 6 billion years. Plus, this star is around 10% larger than our Sun, meaning it's naturally grown brighter over time. What makes the habitable zone so special? So, why do scientists care so much about this habitable zone? Think of it as the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold, just right for liquid water. And why does that matter? Because water is a key ingredient for life as we know it. By finding planets in this zone, we're one step closer to answering one of humanity's oldest questions: are we alone? If a planet like Kepler 452b has water, then it might have the conditions needed to sustain life. And that is the dream of astrobiologists everywhere. Kepler 452b and its host star. Let's talk about Kepler 452b's host star. Since this star is older than our Sun, it's naturally grown a bit larger and brighter over time. That means Kepler 452b's surface could be warming up, and if it's anything like Earth, this extra heat might trigger volcanic activity or other natural processes. And here's something even more intriguing. The older age of Kepler 452b's star could mean that any life forms there, if they exist, had a longer time to evolve. Imagine an advanced civilization with an extra billion years of head start, wild, right? Could Kepler 452b actually be habitable? Okay, let's answer the big question. Could Kepler 452b actually be habitable? There's a lot we don't know. We don't have direct data on its atmosphere, which is critical because a thick atmosphere with the right gases could trap heat and make the planet more Earth-like. But a thin atmosphere might mean it's too cold, or it could lack the protection needed for life. But the fact that it exists in the habitable zone is enough to make scientists dream. Kepler 452b could teach us a lot about planets that form around Sun-like stars and how conditions might change over billions of years. What's next for exoplanet exploration? So, what's next? Kepler 452b is just one of thousands of exoplanets Kepler discovered. The James Webb Space Telescope and other future missions are taking things a step further by analyzing atmospheres and looking for signs of life like certain gases that might suggest biological activity. With these powerful telescopes, we're getting closer than ever to finding a true Earth twin, maybe even one that has life. And Kepler 452b. It's a reminder that the universe is full of surprises, and we've only just scratched the surface. Kepler 452b is proof that our search for life beyond Earth is more than just science fiction, it's science in action. Who knows what we'll find next? So, if you're as excited as I am about the mysteries of the universe, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's keep exploring the cosmos together. And hey, maybe one day, we'll find out that we're not alone in this universe after all. Until then, stay curious, keep wondering, and as always, keep looking up. Thanks for watching.